After a special counsel was named, but before the FBI searched, President Biden went to his house in Wilmington. What was he doing in there?
I would refer you to the White House counsel office.
So it was something relating to this case?
I would refer you to the White House counsel's office.
Okay. Do you think that this story was leaked by someone trying to bruise the president politically ahead of a re-election announcement?
I would refer you to the White House counsel's office, as they've been the ones who've been closely involved.
Okay. More basically, we know the president did it. Why did he do it?
I would refer you to the White House counsel's office.
In the president's own words, he admits to having information that wasn't his. Why did he smuggle it out?
I will let the statement of the president stand for itself. I'm just not going to go into down a rabbit hole with you on this.
Why did he not tell you about it for months?
Yes, thanks.
One of the things that the Pence team seems to have done in the last week is make public disclosure of the circumstance. Advise NARA, but also advise Congress and now the public. Any reflections among the communications and press staff here as to how the Pence team handled it versus how you handled it?
Steve, I understand your question and I hear it. We've answered your question in many different variations. I'm just don't have anything else to share from here. If you have any more specifics or details about this, about the ongoing legal matter, I would refer you to the Department of Justice. Anything else, I would refer you to the White House counsel's office.
For 2 months.
On documents, I realize you don't want to comment on existing issues, but there is clearly an ongoing issue across administrations with handling of classified materials. Perhaps this isn't the right time for this White House to lead a review of U.S. policy on classified materials, but is that something that the White House is considering? Is there someone who would be the right person to lead a review of the current challenges that are obviously tripping up people from all parties?
Understand the question, and I know it's going to come in many different ways, but I'm going to refer you to the White House counsel's office, who would be the best, they would be the best folks to talk through about that.
Was the White House aware before this afternoon that classified documents had been found at Vice President Pence's residence as well?
I would refer you to the White House counsel's office.
And does the White House believe that other former high office holders should now go back and check their personal residences out of an abundance of caution to make sure that they're not holding on to classified documents as well?
That's not something I can comment from here. I don't even know the reasoning of what the news that we heard about Pence. So I'm just not going to comment from here. I'm not going to comment on any other former elected official, current elected official. With this particular case, I refer you to the Department of Justice. Anything that relates to this White House, I would refer you to the White House counsel's office.
Has the president invited the Justice Department to search his Rehoboth Beach house?
Again, I would refer you to the White House counsel's office, who have been regularly in touch with all of you, answering these questions about this legal ongoing matter. I just don't have anything to share.
And a couple of follow-ups on the Pence issue. Does the White House believe that the Justice Department should appoint a special counsel to investigate former Vice President Pence's handling of classified documents?
That's for the Department of Justice to decide.
And now that we're seeing the two most recent vice presidents discover classified documents in their private homes, does this suggest that there's a larger problem within the government where classified documents are not where they're supposed to be? Do a lot of people have documents outside of where they're properly supposed to be stored?
I'm not going to comment from here on that. I would refer you to the White House counsel on anything related to classified documents from here.
First, I just wanted to ask, is there any reaction to Vice President Pence's announcement of finding classified docs in his possession? And then more broadly, most of the rules surrounding classification are created and can be amended by executive order. Does the president believe the system must be reformed?
So first, on your first question, look, I'm not going to comment on any ongoing criminal investigation or any investigation. As you all know, the Department of Justice is independent, and we will not politically interfere. We've been very, very clear about that under this president. The president's been very clear since his campaign promises, and so I'm just going to refer you to the Department of Justice. On your second question, I would refer you to the White House counsel's office.